Hi, it's Louise Crooks, and I am the leader of Team Patch Posse, our temporary name, while I figure out what we do want to call our team. But in the meantime, I quite like that. Friend came up with me with that when I was traveling down to New Jersey um, to a convention or to a presentation down there, and she said, "Oh, you're going to go meet your Patch Posse." Like, that is hilarious. Anyway. So we are part of the bigger team. This is it team, which is obviously, if you don't know, maybe not so obvious, the team that is basically outperforming the whole of the rest of Lifewave. And if you know that Lifewave is the number one network marketing company in the world in terms of its growth, etc., and everything, just number one. Um, we're pretty much the top team in the world, which is pretty amazing. So get on the coattails of that energy. And if you really want to share um the amazing, miraculous technology that patches are, then you're in the right place because we're here to support you and do whatever it takes to help you be successful. So this is why I am starting these trainings, and it will slowly ramp up. Initially, we will have people come on and share their stories and ask questions that need answering. Maybe it's about patches, placements, what they would like to do for someone they love. Just be inspired by what's happening with your fellow brand managers or members of Lifewave, whether you're doing the business or not. We want to hear from you, and we want to support you with any questions that you have. And I know that especially when you get started, you have lots of questions. Um, Also, further down the line, you might have questions, questions about ailments your family or your loved ones or people you want to share the patch with how you have. So want to encourage you to come to these calls. They're going to be on Friday, every Friday from 11 a.m. Eastern until 1 p.m. We might shorten that. We'll just see how we go. Some of those trainings will be also be get it done days. So for those of you who are wanting to do the business and would like that dedicated time to focus on their business, we will set aside at least one training a month for a get it done day where we really dig in and we get to do it together on Zoom. Even if it's quiet on Zoom for most of that time, we are here together. We can pop in and ask a question. We can touch base and inspire one another and have a bit of fun with it. So that's what we'll be doing for at least one training a month. And yeah, so whether you're doing the business or not doing the business, come to these calls because you get your questions answered. And then we will continue with the training once we have completed that part. And if you're not doing the business, then you can drop off at that point. Um, so yeah, I'm very excited to be doing this with you. I feel like there's so much to learn when you first get started. And certainly, even as you are, a few months down the line, I know that there's so much that I'm still learning. But my hope is that I will be able to support you and, get your questions answered. And if I don't get them answered in that moment, I will be able to post them in our WhatsApp group, um, afterwards and make a note of what you've asked so that you get the answers that you need. I'm really excited for you with your healing, and I'm so excited for my own healing. I can't tell you how my life has changed in the last few months. I started patching in April, and if you know me personally, you know that I struggled with chronic migraine for many, many years. to the point where, there've been times where I've been in bed most of the week, with 3 to 4 migraines a week. So my life has changed completely. I get maybe 1 or 2 migraines a month now. That's it. And they're much more manageable. It's taken a few months to get to that point, but and sometimes you have to be really patient with the process of what the patches are doing for you. Um, I know with the depression and anxiety that I also had together with the migraines, those have completely disappeared now. So it just feels so incredible that I'm off all my medications. Sometimes at night I have to sort of think, do I need to do something? Oh no, I don't need to take any medications anymore. So yeah, I hope that's true for all of you. And time sometimes is needed, and sometimes things happen a lot faster. So there you go. I would love for you to post on the WhatsApp group to let us know how you're doing with your patch. Patches. Some of you who have started, um, only a short while ago might be feeling some changes, and we'd love to hear about them. So come into the Team Patch Posse WhatsApp and let us know how you're doing. Of course, if you are not part of our team, you will not be able to do that because I will be posting this on YouTube. But if you are interested in joining Lifewave and trying these incredible patches, you're welcome to get in touch with me. I will put the link below the video on YouTube. So there you go. All right. So 2 things I wanted to talk about today, um, from a business perspective. One is sales, and the other is Autoship. So with sales, a lot of people feel pretty allergic to the word sales, especially if you're not and have not been in any sort of business role, um, which requires sales. But this is the kind of product where we can switch that word selling to sharing. And it's really important to do that because it really shifts how we see the experience of um, telling people about these patches, especially if you feel like you're introverted, um, not confident, all of those things. If you're able to talk about the experience you've had on the patch, or someone who's had an amazing experience on the patch, or you just know from what you've learned through David Schmidt's interviews, and product information and testimonials that you've seen, that this is the thing, the thing. You just it's you're going to be passionate about talking about it no matter what. That's what you get to dive into. You just naturally share that with your friends, your family, and people who you see who are in need, That's the key is being able to just really step out of your comfort zone. Um, and it may even still feel like it's in your comfort zone. This is the beautiful thing when you look at it from a place of sharing and not selling, that you're just telling them about something that's just incredible and could change their lives, basically. You don't have to say it's going to change their life, but your enthusiasm and your tales of experience and why you're so passionate about it could really move someone. Um, so that's what we really want to be looking at. I mean, I can tell you when I signed up, my sister-in-law, who is an introvert and would stay as far away from anything that says sales, was telling me that she had been taking the patch, and she told me how she got signed up with the patch at a networking meeting. She sat next to our SPD, Merle Westcott. SPD means Senior Presidential Director. So she was sitting next to her at a networking meeting. They introduced themselves. My sister-in-law, Letitia, has rheumatoid arthritis. And stress is part of her job, and stress creates flare-ups in rheumatoid arthritis, which can be quite painful. Anyway, I was chatting with her on her birthday, had a video, call. She's in South Africa, so I don't get to see her regularly. And I hadn't seen her, her face for a good 2 months. And when I spoke to her, she looked completely changed. Her face was relaxed, it was glowing and pain-free. Not that I knew she was pain-free at that point. And then she said to me, that patch I mentioned to you before, I've been on it now for 6 weeks, and um, I'm off 5 of my 6 medications, and I'm pain-free. And that was just mind-blowing to me. Absolutely. But I think what was even more mind-blowing was the way she looked. She just looked different. And so I was like, sign me up right now. So that's what happened, and I haven't looked back, and have had so many wonderful experiences myself. So think of it as sharing, and think of it from the point of view of, what would this person's life be like if I didn't give them this information? Would they continue with suffering or pain? So and it's almost like I feel myself, I feel like it's almost like an obligation for me to be sharing this with people. I have to keep stepping out of my comfort zone. Um, and I have to say, people who I have pushed a little bit, have maybe circled back to a couple of times, have actually thanked me and commended me for for coming back to them, and I wouldn't necessarily say pursuing, but revisiting with them, and keeping it top of their mind, because when you first mention it to them, it's not necessarily important to them at the moment. They don't know the importance of it. So it really becomes important for you to share with them something that's easy for them to look at, that introduces them to this patch. I actually have come across an amazing little video. It's a 9-minute introduction by Dr. Harmon, who lends a lot of credibility to sharing about the patch, and he talks about the X39 on a 9-minute video. So I will share that in our WhatsApp group from time to time, so that you see that and use that as a way to introduce people, as well as sending them to our thisisitinfo.com website. The thisisitinfo.com website. So those are the two things I would share with someone who's interested in learning about the patch. They have all the information you need, and thisisitinfo.com has a lot of information about the science, which, a lot of people do need to know what that is, to really take that step, and have some faith in taking that step to try the patches. So send them there. It has a lot of the information about the clinical trials, patents. It even has doctors' panels talking about the patch. That in itself, I think, is a huge credibility lender to someone who is looking at considering patches for themselves. So send them there and let them know there's also a drop-down menu with testimonials, so they can also see what's happened for certain people and how that's changed their lives as well. So yeah, but the YouTube, the little 9-minute YouTube clip, I think is the first thing I would send, because it's really captures their attention pretty quickly. It's by a doctor. It's very succinct and compelling. So I will share both those links in the WhatsApp group for you, and you can find those anytime just by going into the WhatsApp group, tapping in the top part of the page where it says media, etc. Find media, and you'll find all the videos and posters and graphics in there that will have been posted since you joined the group. So you might find there's nothing there at the moment, but that will build as we move forward. Those who have joined previous to you will have access to those because they were posted before you came. WhatsApp's a bit weird like that, but I guess it's a privacy thing. Okay, so we talked about selling and converting that into a conversation about sharing. So, as I say, my sister-in-law was it was very easy for her to share what's been happening with her. I think probably also because she knew me personally, but the evidence was there. She was just sharing what she was experiencing, and that was enough for me. I didn't need to know anything else. Um, some people will need to know a little bit more, and that's where you get to use those links to forward to them. Okay. The other thing that can really be helpful, I find, is getting some pamphlets printed. I think that's also a nice way to create some credibility. Um, and there are a couple of places you can do that. I will post those also in the WhatsApp group so that you know where to go to get those printed. And one of our team members in the This Is It team, Dr. Jen O'Sullivan, has created some wonderful patch information. She's even got a couple of workbooks, so patching protocol book. She's got a workbook, and she's got these wonderful pamphlets that she has designed and created, and you can go and order them from her website, which is patchedu.com. Patchedu.com. Okay. So that's what I will share about selling. So just lean into it. Just know the difference you could be making in someone's life. All we can do at the end of the day is give people the information. What they do with it is up to them. Sometimes we have to sort of let go and move on. If someone doesn't quite catch on in that moment, you can always return, circle back to them in a couple of months and ask them how they're doing and mention the patches again. But, you want to keep sharing so that people can heal. And, there may be people out there who are really excited at the possibility of creating some financial freedom for themselves, and especially with a particular type of product that we have that is so special. So keep sharing about it, and keep leaning into that, or stretching yourself if it feels uncomfortable. And anything with practice certainly becomes easier. So I encourage you to do that. Let's heal the world. And okay, so that's the selling side. The other one I wanted to talk about is Autoship, and I am going to share my page with you. Should be able to see my page. Nope. Oh, here we go. Okay. So this is actually This Is It team. This is at team.com. So I just want to mention this briefly before I go on to the Autoship piece. This is the back end of, it's not the back end, it's a website that This Is It team has created for us. Steve and Gina Merritt, who are incredible. They have created this website for us to be able to do whatever it is that we need to do in our business. They've literally told us given us the pathway, the steps on how to do it. So you can see onboarding. If you're new, go to onboarding and have a look at those steps there. I have lots of little videos and things. All of those are little videos. Go back. And then you can go to the 10-step system, which takes you through the process of getting into inviting and sharing this product with people, getting new clients under you, right? All right, so I'm coming out of this and I am going to go to back office. So the back office is where you can reorder, you can keep an eye on your points, your rank, all of those wonderful things. Takes a while to get used to it, so I really encourage you to go through all of these different areas of the office. And yeah, so all right. Yeah, just explore. Okay, so here are your monthly subscriptions. You may not have started one yet for yourself, but this is my one, which I have a whole bunch of things in, and come at a certain time of the month. You can stop that at any time. So you stop monthly subscription if you decide that you want to place an order at a certain time of the month, different time of the month, or you can bring up the processing um, uh, date. You can see it there. But I'm going to show you how you would set up the monthly subscription order. And why am I talking about this? Because it's really important to get your new clients on the order ship as soon as possible, especially when you're talking to lots of people and you can't, it's difficult to track who signed up and when. I would encourage you to actually have a spreadsheet that you can track. You can also track it on this back office site as well. But it really, the important thing is to actually get them onto Autoship as soon as possible. I tend to, sometimes I will do it at the end of the first month, but most of the time I will do it right away. And it means that not only are they then more accountable to themselves to apply the patch when it arrives because they paid for it already, they don't have to think about um, getting the patches again, taking their wallet out again. And sometimes if someone has not experienced any changes in that first month, they might not be as compelled to do so. So having them on the order ship means that it just comes automatically. There's not even a question around that. And they will continue their journey on the patches and they won't have to worry about when do I need to make that order? How do I do that? Etc. etc. Okay. So I have seen so many clients fall off when they are not on an auto ship. I'm learning that lesson and I think I've learned that lesson. And I really want you to learn that too before you have to go through that painful experience of losing people who it's going to help and who are just not sticking with it. So yeah. Okay, so I'm going to come out of here because oh no, actually I can. I'll pretend that I'm creating I'm gonna shop for some things. Say let's say that the performance bundle. And by the way, always look for promotions, see what's going on because you never know what could be happening. I've just gone into promotions. So you've got the discounted performance bundle, which is great. Excuse me. And you've got all the Shine and Dream products. It's a shame that they've discontinued those. I have no idea why, but certainly makes it cheaper to get them if you've had any impact by them. All right, let me go back to the patches. So I'm going to say I'm going to order the bundle, and I want that to come to me every month. So if I scroll down, you can say add to cart if it was just an order. Or if you want it to come on a monthly subscription, you would just press add to monthly subscription. So I actually have subscription set up, so that makes it a little tricky to show you. What you will find is, oh, let me add it as not a subscription, and then we can see if it actually asks. Okay, I'm going to add it to my cart. I'm going to go to my cart. It's at the top here. View cart. So one is a regular order. The other one is under my subscriptions. It's going to take out the auto one. See if that makes any difference. Go to checkout. I'm going to confirm that I want it to go to this address. I want it in 2 days. So this is something important to know, especially when you're setting up clients, is that 2 days, FedEx 2 days is quick. You'll get it within 2 to 3 days. If you do the USPS Ground Advantage, you end up waiting about 9 days because you've got 2 weekends on either side of the 5 day business week. So just for an extra $2, you will get your stuff a lot faster. Okay, so I'm just going to click continue there. Okay, so it's not giving me the option for monthly subscriptions. So don't think that's going to work. So I'm going to come out of here and I'm going to take this out of my cart. Excuse me. So when you go to your store and you add things to your cart, um, as someone starting up, or as if you're guiding a client who's starting up, you will get to a section which will have whether you are going to add as a monthly subscription or add as a monthly subscription or not. And you'll see there's a button that says save or a button that says do not set up as a monthly subscription. I'm going to come out of here. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay. So when you are taking someone through that process of adding things to their cart and they're finished and you take them through the next steps, you will get to that page which allows you to set up a monthly subscription or not. I would say set it up. You can just let people know, this will give you the opportunity to just get the patches without having to think about it next time. And, you know, sort of give you peace of mind that it's handled. And so on that page, as I said, there are two buttons at the bottom. One is a save button, and one is the set up monthly subscription button. So you have the option. You can just continue and not set something up, and you can click the appropriate button. But I would encourage you to set it up there and then. You would do it for the following month. So the date that they're ordering today, you want to set it up for that following month, because right now you're just creating an order that's going to come straight to them right away. So you don't need to set up the date for now. It's going to be in a month's time. And I would give it a couple of days before that end of the month, just so that there's a little bit of an overlap, just in case there's something happens with the post. So say, for example, today's date is the 23rd of August. I'm going to set up the subscription for the 20th of September. And you'll see a little calendar on the page there that allows you to do that. You can reassure them and know this for yourself is that you can change the monthly subscription at any time. You can cancel it. You can change the date. You can add things to it. So know that this is very easy to change. And so I would encourage you to set up the auto ship straight away and then revisit with them a few days before their order ship goes out to see if there's an opportunity to change it by adding other patches that they might want to try at that point. And often at the end of the first month, going into the second month, people do want to add patches to their basic patch. Normally, I just recommend the X39 and Aeon for the first month, so they don't get too overwhelmed with stuff going on in their body, and then start to add a couple of the other different patches. So make a note to connect with them again, and gives you a chance to talk about what's happened that month, hear about this things that have happened for them, maybe some benefits they've experienced. That would be wonderful. And you can then, cheer and celebrate with them. And then, you can adjust the order ship order for them, just to make it easy. And again, if they feel like they might change it again, you can help them out, or they'll watch you as you change the order so they can see how to do that. All right. Okay, so I think that pretty much covers it for today. We talked about selling and referring to as sharing. I think that's such a wonderful way to look at it, because truly, ultimately, we are actually selling every day of our lives, whether it's trying to persuade a partner, to do something like wash up, or convince your father to come and visit from overseas. You're selling, but the idea is that you really are influencing and sharing and helping those people along with what it is that they need for themselves. All right, so dig into it and see what happens. And if you have any questions about the order ship, I know it wasn't particularly straightforward, seeing as I couldn't demonstrate it on my back office. I guess I could cancel my monthly subscription, but then I'd have to reconfigure it all again. So that would be a little bit challenging. But yeah, if you do feel like you need that demonstrated, let me know, and then I will go ahead and do that. But if it feels like it's pretty straightforward, when you just shop in the store, go through that process and get to that page, it should be fairly self-explanatory. Just go ahead and do that. But the message here is get them on Autoship ASAP, because it will save you a lot of hassle trying to get new clients because clients have dropped off, and maintain your manager status and all of those things, by keeping them on Autoship and getting them on Autoship as soon as possible. Plus, helping them dig into this journey of, using the patches for many, many months rather than just one. All right. Take care and look forward to talking to you next Friday, and see you in the WhatsApp group, Team Patch Posse.